Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the Formula Simracing PRO Championship. It's round 13, we are here in Singapore City in the beautiful night of Singapore. And qualifying already started. I'm Peter Schulze and today with me is Sergi Harras. Welcome Sergi.
Hello.
And we're currently still missing Felix from Delft. So Felix, if you hear us, come join us. So, as I already said, qualifying session started. Robin Panzer is currently on P1 with the 39.6, and surprisingly I have to say Alawi Akpeos is half a second behind him. As we have seen in the last few races, Alawi dominated the Pro Series since he joined. And he is currently on a hot lap. I see he's set in purple sector 1, but his sector 2 wasn't the best. So let's see how he does in the third sector. He manages to improve by 4/10 in the last sector, but it's still not enough to beat Robin Panzer's time. Let's see who else is on a hot lap. Michael Ayers just finished his lap. He's at the purple sector 2 and goes 1 second faster, but it's only enough for P3. Let's see, our current leader Roman Panzer also just started a hot lap. He currently is in sector 2, just entering sector 3. He has a bit of traffic in front of him, which might hinder him in sector 3. Especially here, the dirty air is pretty bad, I have to say. He manages to improve his lap and is currently P1 with the 39.544. Let's take a look at to Delft de Vries. He's also on a hot lap, just entering sector 2. And he's a bit down on his personal best. He probably can't improve unless he drives a solid sector 3. Yeah, and he can't improve his personal best. Let's see, Alawi just started another lap. He's 1/10 down in sector 1 to his personal best. Let's see how he does in sector 2. He runs a bit wide in the chicane. I think he lost a little bit of time there. Also in the hairpin, a little bit too wide, I would say. Now entering sector 3. He actually does a personal best in sector 2. in Sector 3 so far, looks pretty good from him. Let's see which time he does in the end. Yeah, and he makes some mistakes and cut the last corner there and abandons his lap. Let's see who's on the hot lap right now. I think Mike Almeida just started a hot lap. Oh, it's actually Liam McClure, not Mike Almeida. He's up on his personal best by a bit over 2/10, now entering Sector 3. And managed to improve by nearly 6/10. Let's take a look at Dylan Scrivens. He's just driving in Sector 2 on his next hot lap. Entering Sector 3 now, he is half a tenth up on his personal best. But makes a mistake coming into turn 18. But improves by 3/10 in the end and moves up to P4. So let's see, our current leader Roman Panzer is also on a hot lap.
At the moment, only the 3 top drivers are below 40s.
Yeah, that's true. Only Robin Panzer, Larry Akpeus and Michael Ayers are currently in the 39s. And Robin Panzer just did a purple Sector 2. So it looks like he's improving his time very soon. But his Sector 3 wasn't looking really clean, yeah, and he abandons his lap. Let's see how his Powers just started his third quali lap. It's second actually. And he did a personal best in Sector 1 and Sector 2. Let's see what he's able to do. With this sector times, he might be able to go into the 39s. If he does a clean Sector 3. And it's enough for P3 at 39.8. Jolly Lopez also just finishes his lap. He's able to do 40.4 and stays in P7. Let's see, Dylan Scrivens just started his lap. Let's take a look what he's able to do. Car looks pretty stable through Sector 1. He does a personal best in Sector 1 as well. carrying a bit too much speed there, I think, getting a bit of understeer. That will cost him a bit of time. Oh, and side race into turn 15. I would be surprised if he improves in the end. Oh, but he manages to go into 39s, 39.961, but stays on P4 behind his teammates Michael Ayres and Harris Purvis. So our current leader, Robin Panzer, is just preparing his next hot lap. Also Alawi Akpeos is right in front of him, also preparing his next lap. Let's see what Alawi can do. I have to say I'm a bit surprised seeing his performance from the last few races, that he's currently P2.
Yeah, I think everyone expected him to be P1, at least keeping P1 the next races after his domination.
Yeah, and let's see what he's able to do. Take us through his lap, Sergi, if you can see something. What he's doing, good or bad.
I will keep an eye on him. First sector wasn't good. He almost lost 2/10.
Yeah, and loads of oversteer. So he probably can already abandon his lap. Don't think he will be able to get the time back he just lost. Even though it's a personal best in Sector 2. So let's see if he does a stunning Sector 3, he might be able to improve. But Robin Panzer just set a purple Sector 2, being over 2/10 faster than Alawi alone in Sector 2. So let's see what Alawi does in Sector 3. And he manages to improve, while Robin Panzer is 3/10 up on his best. But lost 2/10 in the last sector. But still enough for pole for now. He does a 39.4. Alawi is on P2 with a 39.6.
And Michael Ayres is improving his time.
Yeah, he's improving by half a tenth. Let's see what he does in Sector 2. He's up by 1.5 tenths now to his personal best. I hope the traffic in front of him doesn't affect him too much into Sector 3. He manages to improve by just 100 and stays in P4. So, and I think that means qualifying is over. And Robin Panzer managed to set pole with a stunning lap time of 39.4, being 2/10 faster than Alawi, which is already pretty good, but he's also more than 4/10 faster than P3 and P4. So Robin Panzer P1, Alawi Akbayos P2, and Harris Parvis is P3 with a 39.8. Pretty unexpected result, I have to say, but from Robin being an RCR driver and knowing what he does in practice and what times he does in practice, he deserves that pole position. He practices very hard and had lots of bad luck, and I'm happy to see that it finally pays off for him.
Yeah, it's always nice to see drivers working hard and trying to challenge top drivers.
So, and with warm-ups starting now, we will take a short break and we will be right back when the race is starting. Welcome back everyone to round 13 of the Formula Simracing PRO Championship. We are still in warm-up with 3 minutes to go. And we're expecting an exciting race here. So Sergi, you have driven Ace yesterday. Same with me. What do you think will be good strategy options for the Pro division?
I would say most of the drivers will make a 2-stop, but a 1-stop could be possible if a driver has good tire wear. It could be even a winning strategy because around this track the track position is very important and you lose quite a lot of time on the pits. So I would say most of the drivers will do a 2-stop, but if one of the fastest drivers does a 1-stop, he could be winning the race with a 1-stop.
Yeah, I think so too. Something important to consider is though that the fuel load is really important around here. Like when you take loads of fuel, you will also lose a big amount of time. So really, it will be a gamble from the driver to decide if he wants to take a high fuel load, or if he wants to take a low fuel load. What's also pretty interesting is that the prime tires at the beginning of its stint around 1 second slower than the option tire. So all of the front runners of the top 10 need to start on the option they're qualified with. If P11 starts on the prime tire and is able to run, let's say, 10 laps longer than the guys in front of him, he will be much faster when the front runners will pit for their prime tires. Because they run on low fuel load, the prime runners will run on high fuel load, and they might be able to overcut many drivers in front of them. So there's pretty different strategies to expect today. I think it will be a pretty interesting one. Also for the championship, as far as I know, the team, don't call it wrong, Flag to Flag NTX it is, I think, is currently leading the Constructors Championship and need to score 5 more points today than Ghost Speed Racing Team to win the championship. And both of the Ghost Speed drivers will start from the back of Crit, I think. So it's looking pretty good for Harvis Parvis and Mark Hutchinson to win the Constructors today.
And warm-up is almost coming to the end. Now I'd like to say that I was taking a look at the top speeds on qualifying, and most of the drivers were within 289 and 290, but there were a couple of or 3 drivers that were above and below that top speed, so maybe the lowest top speed driver could have problems trying to overtake the highest top speed drivers, even if it's only a 3-4 kph difference.
Yeah, overtaking here is extremely hard. Even if you have a better top speed, the straights are so short around here that it will be pretty hard to overtake. Okay, so let's see, many drivers are doing their practice starts now to see how the car feels with high fuel load. Okay. So we are about to start the formation lap in just 12 seconds. It will actually be interesting to see how many drivers decide to start from the pit lane. I think some of the runners at the back might be better off to start at the pit lane to avoid any possible carnage in the first lap.
Yeah, 30 drivers around Singapore on the start is very safe if you want to finish the race.
Yeah. I think even yesterday in Ace we had like 18 drivers and only 9 finished, I think. 9 or 10. Okay, let's see. Robin Panzer will start from P1. He did a stunning pole position lap time. Right next to him there will be Alaria Arpaio starting from P2 from Networks Grand Prix. In P3 there will be Harris Parvis, our Pro Championship leader, from flag to flag. Behind him his teammate Michael Ayers, who is currently P2 in the championship. Then in P5 there will be Dylan Scrivens, another flag-to-flag driver. P6 is Mark Hutchinson, Harvest Parvis' teammate. He's currently P3 in the championship. In P7 there's Jolly Lopez from Netrex. P8 with a very good qualifying Matthew Tucson from Invictus Motorsport. P9 Jarlov de Vries from Flag to Flag. In P10 there's Cameron Roger, also from Flag to Flag. In P11 Tom Oldermenger from Trollers Motorsport. In P12 Mirko Lupini, but it seems like he's starting from the pits. P13 Leon Leclerc. In 14 Roma Tishing. It's actually his first FSR race, I think, so pretty good qualifying result from him. In P15 there's Jan Weasley from Invictus Green. P16 Mihajlo Vicenticevic. And P17 Mike Almeida from Present Grand Prix. P18 Diego Doco. In 19 Thomas Andrea Miyawisoa, sorry for the name. In P20 Thomas Lenz. P21 Chris Shepard. In 22 David O'Reilly. In 23 Tank Applegate, but he's starting from the pit lane as well. In 24th Eugene von Lorenberg. 25 Dave Paling with a back of crit penalty, I think. In P26 Ivan Leonov, who also has a back of crit penalty. And then in P27 Rowan Doherty, who I think was just late for the qualifying session, so he has to start from the back as well. And then Wojciech Lukaszek and Ross Woodford and Remco Major will also start from the pit lane.
Only 2 drivers starting on option tires below P10.
Yeah, I think it's the best option to start on primes if you're qualified below P10, but the lights are on. Let's see how the start goes. And we are racing, and Robin Panzer gets a very good start. Alaria Arpaio is already under pressure from Harvest Parvis. Bit of wheel banging with Robin Panzer and Alaria Arpaio, but it looks like to be a pretty clean start at the front. Michael Ayers now makes a move on Alaria Arpaio and is not able to gain the position, but he's now losing to Harvest Parvis. Who is going side by side with into turn 6, and they make contact as well a little bit, and I hear lots of crashing noises in the back. Let's see, Michael Ayers managed to defend his P3, and Joby Lopez made a good start, I think. He gained a place on Mark Hutchinson, but let's stick to Michael Ayers. He's putting Alaria Arpaio under pressure. And we already have 2 DNFs, David O'Reilly and Jan Weasley, both DNF'd in the first lap. Oh, and I hear more crashing noises in the back.
Ooh. There's the rear wing, front wing.
Our see if I can get a replay of this. Let's see what happened there. So I think it started with Lawrence Doherty and Ivan Leonov, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lawrence Doherty made contact with Ivan Leonov and there was a big chain reaction. All the cars who were behind them just drove into the incident. And I think Woodford was one of them who drove into it and had to DNF. And let's see what happened to David O'Reilly. Why did he DNF? Oh, he just lost his car in the braking, I think. Because he tried to avoid an incident in front of him. And Matthew Jewson also DNF. What happened there?
Well, he was without the rear wing. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that looked pretty weird. That might have been an issue with this computer. It just drove into the wall. Okay, let's focus up front. Robin Panzer already managed to get a 1.5 second gap on Alawi, Akpeos in P2. Oh, and I think there was contact between Leonid Klu and Mihailo Vicenticevic. Let's see what happened there. So Leonid Klu's behind him, going out of turn 4. Oh, and he completely misses his braking point and drives into the back of Mihailo. Let's take a look at Remco Major. He started from the pits and is already up to P19. And from what we've seen in the last 2 races, he attempts some pretty interesting overtakes.
Yeah, if we see any overtakes around here, probably one of them will be made by this driver.
Yeah, I think so too. He's probably keen to get up front, starting all the way from the back. And there's a little bit of a train forming now, with Ivan Leonov in front of him, as well as Steph Paling and Mihailo after his spin earlier. Dave Paling tries to make a move around the outside, but once a bit wide over the curb, and now Ivan Leonov tries to make it next to Dave Paling. Let's see how this pans out. I think this will be a pretty interesting battle for P15, or rather P16.
And meanwhile, on the battle for the lead, Alari is getting closer to Robin Panzer. He managed to open a 2-second gap, but now it's only a 1-second gap.
Oh yeah, he's closing up pretty quick now. And I think Icenticevic might have gotten some damage from the incident with Lionel Clune. He makes a mistake. Dave Paling manages to overtake him, and now he gets under pressure from Ivan Leonov and Remco Major. Remco tries to make the move under braking, but cannot stick it. Gets a bit of oversteer out of the corner. Oh, and Alari up front is right up to Robin's gearbox. He's putting the pressure really on now.
Oh, Remco Major is trying to overtake now. Oi, 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 oi.
Oh, Remco, what have you done? Don't drive without a rear wing around Singapore. That's not a good idea. So let's see if we can get a replay of this. Oh, and he spins out. Let me see what happened there. Oh, and the Icenticevic just closed the door on Remco. That's not something you should do around here.
Yeah, it was too late to close the door. And while Alari is keeping a half a second gap behind Robin Panzer, I think Michael Ayers and Harris Parvez are getting closer to them.
Oh yeah.
This might make a 4 driver string, or even 5.
That's the problem around here. There isn't really a good spot to overtake, so as soon as you come close to the driver in front of you, and the driver in front of you is slower than you, you will start to lose lap time as well. And because of this, all the drivers behind them are catching up.
And sometimes getting too close isn't the best thing to do, because if the driver in front makes a mistake, you can just crash into him, or you just can lose the opportunity to overtake if you were a little bit far away. It's tricky to try and overtake around this track.
Yeah. You really need to wait for the driver in front of you to make a mistake, or be like 1.5 seconds per lap faster to really have the chance to do an overtake. So yeah, P1 to P4 are all within half a second to each other. think if this group sticks together, this 4-car group, whoever pits first of them will lose the track position. Because as soon as they switch on the prime tire with a higher fuel load and the slower tire, they will be slower than the driver who stays out on the 1 option, because the 1 option is still faster than the new prime set on higher fuel load. But it seems like Robin Panzer and Lauriak Paris are managing to open up a little gap to Michael Ayers again.
But if, like I expect, most of the drivers go on a 2-stop, one of these top 4, top 5 guys could try to undercut, putting another set of options.
That's true, yeah. This might be a variable option, and Alawi is trying to make a move on Robin Panzer, so he's getting closer. I think his best opportunity for Alawi is to have a good exit out of turn 5 for being close to Robin, and then try to make a move after the longest straight around here. But he's too far away to Robin Panzer to be able to close the gap at the end of the straight. So let's see, Michael Ayers is not managing to catch up to Alawi at the moment. And they're coming up to a back marker. This could actually change things if they hit... Oh, never mind. He's making space at a good position. No, so not affecting any one of the front runners. And further in the back, Dave Paling is slowly catching up to Diego Doko. Oh, and I think... Who was that?
Oh, Hutchinson.
Mark
is
Hutchinson.
missing his front wing.
What happened to him? Oh yeah. I think he just got massive oversteer out of turn 3, if I saw that correctly. Yeah, he did. Oh, shame for him. Okay, let's take a look at Dave Paling. He was one of the guys who had a back of trick penalty, and he's already up to P15, already in the points, and right up the gearbox of Diego Doko. Oh, and Diego Doko makes a mistake in the hairpin. Let's see if Dave can capitalize on it. Oh, both were pretty right. Into turn 14. Oh, and I think low in storage he just DNF'd. Let's take a look what happened there. Oh, it's just one right at turn 5 and straight into the wall. Mark Hutchinson came out in P20 after his pit stop, right behind Thomas and Mihal Sowa and Mihal Cilovic. And at the front, still the same picture. Top 5 cars within 3 seconds. They're building a bit of a train there.
Hutchinson is pitting again.
He's pitting again. What happened to him? Oh, I think he got a stop and go penalty for speeding because his car doesn't get any service. He must have sped into the pit lane. So that would make it really hard for him to come back into the points. He's now nearly a lap down.
I'm taking a look now at the battle for P10. Both are option runners.
And Gerloff de Vries is already pitting in lap 12. That's an early stop, I have to say. Let's see.
He definitely is going for a 2-stop.
Yeah, but he takes an option, the option tire for the second stint. And managed to come out on clean air. So he might be able to undercut some of the drivers who were in front of him. Well, let's see how this pans out for him. And actually, Harvest Pavis and P4 should think about doing a stop sooner than later to put pressure on Michael Ayers and Alawi Akpeos and also on Robin Panzer.
Yeah, the problem on the top 5 pitting now is that they probably would be too close to P8 driver, and that would make them lose any winning option.
any crashing noises. Some repeller in the back. And Cameron Roger is pitting now to respond to Gallo's undercut try. Let's see if he's... Let's see where he comes back out. And there's Gallo the Freeze on the pit straight. And I think that might be getting close on pit exit. Oh no, Gallo has quite an advantage into turn 3. Also, Roman Tissing is pitting now. Let's see what he does for a second stint. He does another option stint and comes out right behind Mirko Lupini. Who is running on primes. So it might be a problem for Roma if he does get stuck behind Mirko. Because Mirko will stay out for at least, I think, 6 more laps. And Alaria Paris is pitting now, as well as Harris Pavis. Let's see what they take as their tire for the second stint. Harris is taking another option tire, as well as... and Alawi is taking the prime tire. So this will get interesting now. Harris needs to clear Alawi as soon as possible to make his option stint work.
And this is what I could have expected.
Yeah, they come.
Now Tom Aldermanger is going to make their life not happy today.
But that actually could help Harris Pavis getting past Alawi, because he will get stuck behind Tom Aldermanger. Let's see, this could get interesting.
Yeah, because we don't know Tom's strategy.
Yeah.
If he's on a one stop, he could be fighting at the moment for a podium.
That's true, yeah. If Michael Ayers is managing to do a quick lap right now, he probably will overcut Alawi Akperos. Because the option tire, the prime tire on the high fuel is so much slower than even the one option tire they are driving right now. Let's see, Robin Panzer goes into the pits very late and Michael Ayers stays out even one more lap. So if Robin now goes onto the prime tire, Michael Ayers might be fighting for the win right now. And Robin takes another set of option. That's a really smart move of him. And if he now comes back out in front of Tom Aldermanger, he gets a comfortable gap to Alawi and Harvis. And I think he did it. He will come out in front of Tom Aldermanger. Which gives him a huge advantage. You can see that Alawi is not even able to close out the gap to Tom Aldermanger as quick as you would expect, because the prime tire with high fuel is just so slow. Let's see what Michael Ayers and Dylan Scrivens are doing now.
If they have enough fuel to go like 3 more laps, they could kind of
Michael is
easily win
pitting
the
now.
race.
Michael is pitting, and Dylan as well. So I think with Michael it will be really close to Tom Alderminger when he comes out of the pits. Let's see which tires he takes. He takes prime tires. So he has the same strategy as Alawi. And what does Dylan do? He also takes prime tires.
And Jordi Lopez hasn't pitted yet.
So Robin Panzer is going into turn 1 now. Michael Ayers is coming out of the pit as well as Dylan Scrivens. And Dylan spins out of the pit lane. Oh no. Not again. Another pit lane failure for him. Okay, but Michael managed to overcut Alawi Akpeus. But the good thing for them is Tom Oldminger just drove into the pits. So they're freed up and Howes is trying to make a move onto Alawi. Oh, and Alawi makes a mistake. Howes Powers need to capitalize on it. He needs to get past Alawi now, or he might be never be able to do it. And Alawi blocks him off out of turn 9.
Jordi Lopez still not pitting. Will he be going for a 1-stop?
I think if he does another 2 laps on these option tire, it should be doable to do 26 laps of a prime tire stunt.
Yeah, because even if it's lower than a 2-stop, he will have track position, which is very important as we're seeing.
Yeah. If he pits now within the next few laps and with the 26th lap of fuel load during the pit stop, he will probably come out behind Cameron Roger. But all of them in front of him will need to make another pit stop. So this will be interesting. But let's take a look at Howes Powers. He's still extremely close to Alawi. But he's not able to make the move on him.
And I would say Jordi Lopez is for a 1-stop. He's not pitting yet.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense now to do a 2-stop with a 90 lap option stint at the beginning. On Howes is trying hard to stay close to Alawi.
Yeah, the problem with Harris is if he doesn't overtake like within the 2 or 3 next laps, his options of overtaking are 99% gone because of the tire wear.
Exactly. And he's already starting to fall back. And what's surprising to me is that Robin Panzer on his fresh option tire is not able to open up a gap to Michael Ayers on the prime tire. There currently is a 2 to 3 second gap between them, and I think Jordi made a mistake. He just Oh no, I think it just was a blue flag car. I was wondering why he lost so much time in the last few laps. I think his tires are gone now. He's losing a lot of time on this use prime option set. He might be pitting soon.
And I'm checking the battle for P20, and it's not a typical situation where the fourth and the third drivers on the championship standings are fighting for P20.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting one. Both of these teams are fighting for the Constructor Championship title right now, and the drivers are fighting for P20. And just as I said, I'm surprised Robin Panzer can't open up a gap. He managed to do a lap 8/10 quicker than Michael Ayres. And Harvest Pavis just set the purple sector 1, and he's getting close again to Alawi Akpeus. Looks like he found more grip in his tires. He might have overheated them at the beginning trying to catch Alawi. And has them back in the window now.
I think Georgia will pit now. I think his tires are gone 100% already. Yeah, he's pitting now.
Okay, so he should be coming out in P8 behind Cameron Roger. With the amount of fuel he takes, it might be even the close one on pit exit. Let's take a look. Cameron Roger is coming to the last corner right now. Jordi Lopez is soon exiting the pits. There's Cameron Roger. Yeah, and he slots in behind Cameron. And Robin Panzer just set the fastest lap of the race, a 41.8, and he now starts to open up the gap I was talking about to Michael Ayres. Dylan Scriven is starting up a little bit of a train with Galop de Vries and Cameron Roger.
I'm on board with Lukacek, and he has had some accident in some stage of the race because he has his wheel like 20-30 degrees on the left to go straight.
I see. I think he was involved in some lap 1 incident because I saw him in lap 2 like already a minute down. But I will get on board with Harvard Parvis. He's getting closer and closer to Alawi, but he's not able to do a move which brings him into P3. Looking at the lap times, I think Dylan damaged his car when he spun out of the pit lane. He's losing about half a second to the top 4 right now. I will keep looking on Jordi Lopez lap times to see how competitive he is with his prime tires and 26 laps of fuel. I think it must be somewhere around 100 liters of fuel, which he's carrying now. A little bit more, I think.
He just needs to be around that 22-23 second gap with Robin Panzer if he wants to get in front of him when Robin Panzer hits in, let's say, 4 laps maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he will manage to sneak into P1, but I think a podium position is definitely possible for Jordi. And as I said that, Robin must have made a mistake in Sector 2 because he just lost 1 second to Michael Ayres in this lap in Sector 2. And the gap is down to 3.5 seconds now. But finishing the lap, Robin Panzer just was a second faster in Sector 3 compared to Michael Ayres. Let's see further up the back. Dave Paling is getting close to Mike Almeida. I think currently everyone is pretty stationary on track. Mark Hutchinson is still behind Wojciech Lukaszek. They're coming up to Eugene Lorenberg right now, who's battling with Mijailo Vicenticevic. Pretty interesting to see up front that Robin Panzer on his options is about a half second slower in Sector 2, but his Sector 3 times are about 1 second faster than Michael Ayres. So for Mark Hutchinson and Wojciech Lukaszek, it will get interesting now as they come up to 2 cars in front of them. I think Mark Hutchinson might fancy a chance now on Lukaszek if he can't clear them fast. And as I said that, Eugene van Lorenberg makes a move onto Vicenticevic. Oh, and that's a hard bit of wheel banging right there. But he manages to overtake him.
Ooh.
Oh, and I hear more damage there.
Yeah, another front wing flap, I think.
And I think Dave Paling just overtook Mike Almeida. Let's see a replay of that. Well, no, we'll wait because Mark Hutchinson is pretty close to Wojciech Lukaszek now. But he's not making the move into turn 1. Mark Hutchinson also lost some end plates there in Sector 3. And I hear more contact. Okay, let's take a look at Dave Paling's overtake onto Mike Almeida. Oh, and Mike won pretty wide into the last corner and pretty much gave the position to Dave Paling. So to update everyone on Jordi Lopez, lap times. He's currently about 1 second slower than Cameron Roger in front of him. He's also about 1 second slower than the front runners right now. But I think Robin Panzer's option tire might be dropping off soon, because his last lap time was half a second slower than Michael Ayers. Let's see, further up front, there's still the flag-to-flag train of Dylan Scrivens, Delft de Vries and Cameron Roger. And Cameron Roger's getting closer and closer to Delft. Let's see if he can make any move into turn 8. Turn 7, I mean. And he goes for the overtake around the inside. Let's see if he can make it stick. And that was a clean move. I think Delft was leaving there lots of space for Cameron to not make any contact. There has been a few incidents with Delft and his flag-to-flag teammates before, so I think he was extra careful there. And I hear crashing noises again somewhere.
I think it's Tank.
Yeah, Tank Applegate spun.
Yeah, he's missing a front wing.
Good move by Cameron. I think he will put some pressure onto Dylan now. Let's see what he's able to do. And further up front, Howis Parvis is now losing time to Alaria Pairs. So this will play a significant role later into the race, because Alawi and Michael Ayers in front of him, both running the prime tires now, will have the and I have massive lag right now with Michael Ayers. Okay. He's not DNF'd, so that's good. Yeah, what I wanted to say is, and Cameron Roger and Delft de Vries are pitting right now. Howis Parvis will have a huge disadvantage to Alawi Akpers and Michael Ayers later into the race, because they both run their prime stint right now. And we'll have the fastest stint at the end. And I'm sorry for you guys, but there seems to be a little bit of server lag for me. I hope the drivers are fine right now. I'm not quite sure what's happening right now. Yeah, so anyways, let's see how this pans out for Howis Parvis, but it doesn't look good. Okay, let's see, Cameron Roger pitted, he's on the prime tires. Delft de Vries pitted as well, also on the prime tires. And they are now 20 seconds behind Jordi Lopez, who's up to P6. And Jordi Lopez's lap times are looking pretty good. He's only about half a second slower than the 5 runners in front of him. So his tires are soon slowly starting to work.
So I think it would be safe to say he's virtually third right now, Jordi Lopez, and who knows if second.
Yeah, I think Alawi will stay out for another 5 to 6 laps at least. So If Alawi manages to open up a bigger gap now to Jordi, Jordi might be only fighting for P4. This will be an interesting battle, I think. But currently there's a 20-second gap between Alawi Akpers and Jordi Lopez.
Van Logenberg DNF. I don't know what happened to him.
Let's see a replay of it. Oh, he just hit the inside wall with his rear tire, and this unsettled his car, and he basically lost it. Yeah, and how is this dropping off significantly to Alawi now? And let's see further up front. Currently Michael Ayers is running faster lap times than Robin Panzer, and he will have the faster tire at the end. And if Michael has enough fuel on board, he might be able to do an overcut onto Robin Panzer. So Michael is fighting right now for the win, because his gap is only 2.5 seconds to Robin. And Robin, with the high fuel load and the option, the prime tire in the last stint, will be really slow in the first 2 to 5 laps. And this will be Michael's chance to take the win here. And Alawi just managed to do a purple sector 1. His prime tire is starting to work pretty good right now. I think Michael S is getting a bit held up by a backmarker right here. Actually, Alawi Akpers is doing some stunning lap times right now. His last lap was at 42.0, while Michael Ayers did at 42.8 and Robin Panzer at 43.3. So he closes the gap to Michael Ayers pretty rapidly now. I think he still wants to fight for that win, and he still has a chance to fight for that win.
Oh, there's a car in the pit lane. We have the rear wing.
And Robin Panzer is pitting.
Yeah, he lost quite a bit of time pitting because there was a lap car in front of him that missed a bit the entry of the pit lane and didn't brake late to lose less time. So
take a look at what happened there. Just a quick replay.
This could easily be the 2-second gap that was with Michael Ayers, so this will be interesting when Michael Ayers pits.
Oh. Yeah, that lost some lots of time into the pit lane. But he managed to get out in front of Jolly Lopez. But I think he lost about 2 to 3 seconds right there in the pit lane. And is he on options again? Oh no, that was just my game. He's on primes. Okay, so I think what this slow pit stop means, what you already said, Michael Ayers will get for sure in front of him, and I think Alaria clears as well. And if let's see how his Papa's tires can do right now. If he's able to do some more laps on these tires, he might get a chance to fight Robin to the end. But he's pitting right now. Let's see where he comes back out after his pit stop.
Jordi Lopez is missing his front wing.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened to him.
Oh no, Jordi, you had the perfect strategy. What happened? Let's see if I can find a replay somewhere. He's already missing his front wing there. Let's see if I can find. Oh, that's wrong car. He already is missing his front wing here. What happened there? He was driving nearly the whole lap without his front wing. Okay, there he still has his front wing. Oh no, he drove into the wall. There are like little pricks under the wall, and he drove into it, and his car flew up into the air, and he lost his front wing while doing that. Oh no, Jordi.
And as we could expect, by the way, Alar is pitting. Robin Panzer is not faster than Michael Ayers at the moment, so this could be Michael's time to push and get that P1 after his pit stop.
It will be interesting now if Alawi comes out in front of Robin or not, but I think his 2 laps extra on these primes will gave him an overcut. Let's see, where's Robin? Oh no! Robin managed to stay in front of Alawi. That's really good. But Alawi's onto the option tire now, so he will catch up to Robin pretty rapidly.
Yeah, the problem is, as we saw with Alari and Harris, that even if he has option, doesn't mean he will have an easy trying to overtake time.
And Michael's primes are still looking pretty good. He's doing low 42s right now. I think he will be pitting either this lap or next lap. Yeah, and he comes into the bits now. I think he had about a 1 second gap to Alawi before he was pitting. But I think he should be clearly ahead of him now. Although Alawi with the option tire right now might have undercut him. So let's see what happens.
And Rowan Panzer has 2 drivers fighting for position.
Yeah, there's still a big gap. Oh,
Oi.
that was a close call there with, I think, Wojciech Lukaszek it is, the championship contenders. One of the championship contenders.
And judging by the tires top 3 drivers are using, this should be from now on, it doesn't make any mistakes. And it's a win for Michael.
Yeah. I think who has not pitted yet at the front top 5 is Dylan Scrivens. I think he still has a pit stop to go. And Jolly Lopez also just DNF'd. Let's see what happened there. Oh, and he runs right in turn 5 and clips the wall. And I think he just retires afterwards. Yeah. Oh, I think I see his rear wing lying down there. And further in the back, let's see, Wojciech Lukaszek is trying to make a move on Leon Leclerc. He's trying around the outside into turn 7. And they squeeze a lot and they make contact. Lukaszek just managed to save his car while Leon Leclerc spins completely off. And Leon Leclerc also DNF. Let's see a replay of this. What happened there? From the onboard perspective of Wojciech Lukaszek. So he gets a lot of slipstream. Clue blocks the inside. Lukaszek is going for the outside. Oh, and Lukaszek is taking a really tight line. You shouldn't take such a tight line there with the car next to you, I think. Yeah, and the contact was always going to happen with these lines. Let's see, Alariak Perez is right on the back of Robin Panzer. He will make a move into turn 1. Down the inside, let's see if he can make it stick. Oh, and both are late on the brakes. And I think Robin Panzer was braking a little bit too late there and couldn't hold the car. And he tries to come back on him into turn 4. Turn 5, let's see if he can get slipstream into turn 7. I think he's already hitting the limiter down the straight there. No way to overtake Alawi back. So let's take a look. Does Dylan have to pit or not? No, Dylan actually already pitted. But I wonder how does he have a 16-second gap to Cameron Roger now? They were doing a bit of a train before both Cameron and Gardov pitted. Might have been just the overcut. Didn't it? Who knows? Let's see, are there any more battles right now? I will just switch the timing tower to see the gaps between the drivers, to get a better feeling if there are any battles currently. But I think it's pretty quiet right now on track. Nobody really in a position to make a move for anybody. But I think Lukaszek just made an overtake. What happened there? Roma Tissing must have made a mistake. Let's take a look. Yeah, Lukaszek was pretty far back right there. Just a few corners before he overtook him. Oh yeah, he ran wide into the chicane. Well, that's a shame. Was a pretty good running so far for him in his first race, but he's still P15. So still gets a point if he finishes this. Hope his engineer's on the radio telling to him that he should just take the last 8 laps calmly. He has a 15-second gap, 17-second gap to P16, so we just need to bring the car home, no matter what pace he's doing now.
And Alari hasn't given up yet for the win. He's pushing very hard. He just made the fastest lap of the race.
Oh yeah, he does. Let's see if we can get it on board of him. There he is. And he does another purple sector 1 and purple sector 2, he's really pushing now. At least according to my screen it was 2 purple sectors. Let's see what he does in the end. Just a 41.7, 1/10 down of his personal best from the last lap, and 2/10 up to Michael Ayers. He gets a bit of traffic now in front of him. I think it's Michael Mader. See. I know he's 2/10 up to Michael in sector 1. But Michael just put a stunning sector 2 and 2/10 faster than Alariak pairs. Michael is responding, he doesn't want to give away the win. That's actually pretty huge for the championship. Let me take a quick look what the championship standings are like. So, Harris Parvis is in P1 with 192 points and Michael Ayers is in P2 with 178 points. So, with Michael in P1 and Harris in P2, P4 I mean. I think Michael will get 10 more points than Harris, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're right. I'm just checking that now. Yes.
So this means the gap between Harris and Michael will shrink to 4 points from 14. So this is pretty huge for the championship right now. Michael needs this P1. And Alawi just took 4/10 out of Michael in Sector 1. So he's still pushing hard. Another 10th in Sector 2. And another 10th in Sector 3, so he was nearly half a second faster right now in the last lap. And the gap is down to 2 seconds. So if you manage to do another 4 laps like this, he will be right up to Michael's rear wing with like 2 laps to go. Let's see if he's able to do this. And Michael is also running into traffic right now. But he is clearing it pretty good. That was good thinking of the back marker. Let's see this lap so far. Alawi just lost 3 turns in Sector 2. So I think Michael is controlling his P1 pretty good right now. Even if Alawi would catch up to Michael, it's so hard to overtake around here. Without a mistake of Michael, I think Alawi would not be able to overtake any race. But let's see. And there might be another battle coming up, I just see. Sorry, not Mike. Mark will hate me for that. Mark Hutchinson, currently in P13, is catching up to Micah Maida in front of him by over 1 second a lap. And he's currently just a little bit under 2 seconds behind him. So we'll just leave the camera on him for a bit. Oh, Mark. Big mistake. Out of turn 18. Or turn 19 actually. I lost him loads of time. Let's see. Yeah, and Mike Almeida's also responding. He just drove the personal best lap of this race. I'm sure he wants to keep his P off. Which will also be a nice revenge to Mark Hutchinson for leaving his former team. Mike Almeida, his former teammate. But Mark is coming closer. Just a bit over half a second now. And Mike Almeida is fighting with his car. And further up front, it seems like Michael is responding pretty well. They're about doing the same lap times, Michael a bit faster than Alawi. Oh, and Mark is getting closer and closer to Mike Almeida. He now needs to set up a move into turn 7. All he has to do is stay close until he comes to turn 5, but he goes very wide into the last corner. He's just over pushing it right now. He could just stay calm until he reaches turn 5. He couldn't overtake into turn 1 anyways. But he's getting closer and closer again. Mike Almeida now needs a good exit out of turn 5. But he wants a bit wide. But manages a good exit. I think that's enough for this lap to defend against Mark. Alawi just took half a second out of Michael Ayres. But I think it's not enough to make an attack on him. And Mark is pushing hard.
Yeah, pushing around this track, you gotta be very comfortable
and Mike
with the
wants
car.
pretty wide to the hairpin. Just let me see, are they currently lapped or not? They are. Okay. So they have like 2 laps remaining after this, I think. But the gap is down to half a second. Oh, and right in front of Mike is a turbo presso car, and he's not blocking Mark. And this line through the last turn was much better. He will now get really close into turn 5, I think. Yeah, and he gets closer and closer. But getting oversteer again out of turn 3, which doesn't help. And he runs far too wide into turn 5. And further up front, Alawi is only 1 second behind Michael Ayres. I will keep an eye on it to not miss any overtaking attempt for the lead. But let's just stick to Mark Hutchinson for the second. Oh, and Mike makes a mistake. Don't bin it. Oh, and I think... Oh, the leaders are coming. That's why Mark is slowing down. He just led by Harris Parvis, and this means I think Mike Almeida is safe. To be honest, it looked like a mistake from Mark Hutchinson, and then Harris Parvis came through. And I think this just saved Mike Almeida his 12th place. And let's go up front. Last lap, Alawi is getting closer and closer to Mike Ayers. But I don't think he's close enough to make any move into the last lap, but let's see. Oh, and Michael a bit sideways there. He's fighting with the car. And now is getting closer and closer. But I don't think there's any corner left where he could attempt an overtake. Unless Michael makes a mistake in the sector 3. Oh, and Mark Hutchinson's getting closer again now. Let's switch back to him for a second. No, I don't think there will happen anything. Okay, let's come back to our race leader. That was a stunning race of Mike Ayers, I have to say. He's won it by strategy, staying out longer at the beginning, getting an overcut onto Robert Panzer, if I'm not mistaken. And he takes the race with here in Singapore, which helps him massively into the championship. Alariak Paris P3. Robin Panzer was leading so long and only could make it onto P3. Then Harris Parvis behind him, finishing P4, which means his championship lead goes down to 4 points. Right behind them, Mike Almeida manages to defend his 12th position. He's really happy about it, as you can see. Let's say Dylan Scriven finishes in 5th place. Behind him comes Cameron Roger. He's still in sector 3. I think Dylan will be pretty angry about spinning out of the pit lane. He has his fair share of bad luck with pit lanes this year, it seems like. Yeah, so Cameron Roger finishes in P6. Behind him there will be Delft de Vries, finishing in P7. There he is, crossing the finish line now. Behind him, Mirko Lupini of ACR Engineering. Pretty quiet race around him. I think we didn't see him any moment in broadcast, but P8 for him. Ivan Leonov happy with P9. I think he started from the pits, or had the back of grid penalty, so pretty good race from him. Dave Petting as well started from the back, finishes P10. And I think that's our last finisher. We had Tom Oldemenger in P11. Mike Almeida, as I said, finishes in P12, manages to defend Mark Hutchinson, who is P13 after a bit of a unlucky race, I would say. After Monza, second unlucky race in a row. Then Wojciech Lukaszek, also starting from the back, manages P14. And I think with Lukaszek in P14 and Dave Paling in P10 and Harris Parvis and Hutchinson both finishing ahead of each Gosby driver. Flag to flag, NTX managed to take the constructor title for this season. Let's see if any of the driver or team manager hears us. If anybody of you wants to come in to the broadcast and make a championship interview with us. If anybody of you wants to. If not, then not. Let's see if I can find anyone. let's see. Yeah, but but did you think about the race, Sergi? I think even though it's Singapore and it's hard to overtake here, we had a pretty tense race today in Pro.
Yeah, I think spectators can't complain about overtakes. I would have expected less overtakes, so
Yeah, I think it was pretty entertaining nonetheless, even though it's Singapore after all, and there's normally not that much action overtaking wise.
and I have to say we had a cleaner turn 1 than real F1.
Yeah, was much cleaner. And also the championship contenders didn't take each other out, so that's pretty good. Yeah, but it doesn't look like anybody of Flag to Flag and TX wants to make an interview with us. So I guess we're ending the broadcast with this. I hope all of you enjoyed the broadcast. I think our WC broadcast will start in an hour, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be a pretty good race, probably. And I hope you had fun with us. I hope you enjoyed us, and I hope you will tune in for WC and also for the next Pro race. Have a good afternoon, everybody.